Mr. Worm.
Degenerates, we're back. Episode 8, UFC 274. This is the episode to watch. We got the locks. We got a UFC expert back. Shout out Aiden the Cannon. Shout out Alex/8 Guns from Flatbush.
Shout
As
out
you know,
me.
I'm Chris and this is E.
Welcome back. We got a UFC episode. We have Bruce Buffer in the background. You know, we're going to get ready and we're going to go.
Yeah,
all right?
it's time.
First, we're going to skip some of these fights because
No one cares.
not that no one cares. It's just like we don't care.
I'm sure,
How about that?
I'm sure their families care and all
I
that.
feel,
Yeah.
yeah.
Special UFC 274 episode. We're here.
One of the best cards of
One of
this
the best
year.
cards of this
Excellent
year.
card.
Justin Gaethje versus Charles Oliveira, main card. Amazing card.
Lightweight championship.
Lightweight championship of the world. Let's get into it.
Let's get into
the
it.
first
Let's,
fight that you guys like.
We'll start off with Tracy Cortez versus Melissa Gatto.
Minus 150, Tracy Cortez feels fairly cut and dry. She's Brian Ortega's girl, strong wrestler.
A+.
Probably learning a lot of jiu-jitsu from Brian Ortega, so she won't get stuck.
Plus,
Into this fight. Listen, she's, one of the most manliest women you'll ever see in your entire life.
Extremely strong jaw.
Really strong.
I would say aggressive, like her style. Strong, aggressive wrestler, always walks forward on the feet, throws a jab and dives at your hips. Her by decision, feels pretty calm. Plus, or minus 150.
Yes.
We're putting her 2 parlays. We have more of a ambitious parlay
Yeah.
and the lock
And the
parlay.
locks.
Just because anything can happen in women's MMA, because
Yes,
you
yes.
know.
Anything can happen in MMA in general.
However,
Especially women.
women's MMA, one person ends up on
Typically-
top, the one on
typically-
bottom gets stuck there. You never know what happens. So
Typically.
women's MMA, you never know. This is in the ambitious parlay, minus 150, Tracy Cortez.
Yes.
Okay.
Tracy
Quick
Cortez.
continue
Yeah.
to the next fight.
Okay.
You always have to give a shout out to our Cayman Jack.
Oh, yes.
Cayman cousin. Cayman cuz.
Cayman Jack. Alex does have Cayman Jacks in that jar. That's just
He has 5 Cayman Jacks in that jar. He was fearing, he just got a $50,000 bonus. So
he did.
there's that.
Mix it
He
with
did. That's just inappropriate.
Super inappropriate.
So you just bleep it so it just says
Yeah.
juice.
No, I think we're
Wait,
good.
what?
I think we're good. I think
Juice.
shout out. Let's now that we're doing shout outs, let's shout out B Dot.
Shout out B-Dot the
Hashtag
GOAT.
Brendo.
He's been in our,
Hashtag Brendan
our
Coldoci.
episode 6. He was our cameraman to episode. Shout out B-Dot, man.
Our producer, one of our well-known producers. Let's shout out. He got into St. Bonaventure.
Yes, sir. College.
Let's go. Shout out St. Bonaventure.
D1, baby, D1.
If you have been following our videos, we talked about his college journey. He's now officially in college. So shout out B-Dot.
Shout out Brendan.
Shout out Alex G as always for letting us use the venue.
Yes.
You already know.
Yes. Yo, listen. I feel like no one's came over here. Guys, just
Guys,
ring
you
the
need someone
doorbell.
to stay.
Ring the
Buzz
doorbell.
in, man. Buzz in.
You
already
do
know
not have to
what's
say
vibing.
who it is. Just
Doesn't
wait
matter.
for the it's open.
He's gonna
and
say-
come
he's gonna
take a
say
nap.
it's open.
Apartment 3C. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're good,
I'll
man.
fight.
I like that.
Versus
I
Smash
like
Now.
that. That was a great transition. I like that. That's a
Don't you
fun
think?
We
segue.
got
What
one of
intrigues you guys about this fight? Where do you see the X factors being?
X Factor. I say Brandon Royval, long reach, entertaining fighter. That's what really intrigues me.
Mexican.
Is he? I'm not sure. Is he Mexican?
I can guarantee you he's from South America. Or
Speaking of
bottom half
Mex-
of North America.
Speaking of Mexicans,
Well, there you go. Brandon Royval, money line. Lock it in. That's Josue's brother. And, yeah. Wow, man. If you can see what's behind us or behind you guys, You guys would have the show of your lifetime. You know, there being vlogs will be coming soon of our daily lives
man.
because our lives are funny as fuck.
Listen, if we get 10 comments on this next video, we're vlogging
Josue's
Josue's life.
A Day in a Life in Josue. We're bringing it back to high school.
10
16
comments.
and me.
10 comments, 20 likes. We're gonna drop that next week.
Absolutely.
All right, but I think it was an important
Back
distinction.
to
We're not
business.
putting Royval in any parlays. We're just saying.
So Brandon Royval.
Would we
so
put in ambitious at parlay?
No.
I wouldn't throw him
I
in
think
the
we're
ambitious
saying the
fight.
odds are too steep for
Yeah,
such
Brandon
a
Royval minus 250.
risky fighter.
He's a he's very good. But he's a wild, reckless jiu-jitsu player, and he's a wild, reckless striker. Minus 300 or plus 300 Royval decision, I think, is worth
Yeah,
a
that could
sprinkle because he's like plus 120 by sub.
yeah.
I think plus 300 decision, throw it in there.
Throw it in
I'm
there.
throwing it
Is that a
in.
lock or
Yes.
ambitious?
If he's throwing it
That's
in,
just a
That's
Then
a
I'm throwing
straight
it
lock.
in.
That's a straight
Oh,
lock.
straight
Even
lock.
I'm
But
throwing
no
that in.
parlays. No parlays.
So we have
That's
three
right.
categories. We got lock, ambitious, and straight sprinkles.
well, no,
Straight
we
lock.
have one straight, and then we really think that Brandon Royval is gonna win.
Yes.
Parlay
Yeah.
decision.
But
we're not gonna put in
the
the
minus
ambitious one.
250 is not worth it.
Too much.
Plus
Any
300
parlay.
decision.
Absolutely.
Boom.
So let's go down to Trinaldo. Trinaldo versus Danny Roberts. What do you guys want to talk about first?
I like Trinaldo.
I do wanna
You want
pay-
to look up the odds real quick?
I just want to pay a quick tribute to it's I think even money minus 110 minus 110.
Okay.
I want to pay a quick tribute to this man Francisco Trinaldo.
Yes.
He's a Brazilian, does not speak English. He hit like 4-fight win streak, and the UFC got a little nervous, and they were like, "Damn, like this Brazilian that speaks no English is actually getting hot." Now he's on a 6-fight win streak. Let's give him Paul Felder, who's in the rankings. Paul Felder knocked him out real quick. Boom, he knocks out Paul Felder. No one knocks out Paul Felder,
Yes.
and
Fact.
Trinaldo stopped him. I actually don't remember who eventually ended, and maybe Kevin Lee eventually ended
Yeah,
the win
Kevin
streak.
Lee. That's
Yes.
exactly
That's
right.
eventually he choked him, or
Which is
something.
why he's our expert. He
Oh.
knows this shit.
But
I'm looking this shit up, and he's going this shit off the head.
TKO. Trinaldo's good. He's really tricky. Danny Roberts is a British kickboxer. I think Trinaldo's going to win the decision. I think Trinaldo's going to be able to mix in wrestling. I think Danny Roberts, he had some trouble wrestling against like Mike Perry, stopped him late. I think he fucked him up in the clinch and then ground and pounded him. I think Trinaldo's like real tricky with the
Well, if you're
trip
going to take it down
takedowns.
by Mike Perry, then
No, Mike Perry is
Probably have a couple.
Mike Perry has some
He's a
deceit,
strong.
has
He's
some
a strong motherfucker.
Mike Perry, no, bro. Mike
he
Perry
barely
took down
knocked out
Luke.
an 80-year-old.
He took
Let's
down
be
Luke.
real.
No. Takedowns. Mike
Sure.
Perry can
Well,
wrestle.
I guess the one disclaimer about Ronaldo is he's like 40 years old. Or
He's
some
like
shit.
74.
He's old as fuck, but
He's
you
very
know,
old. But
I don't think the shoe's gonna drop in this fight. He has
Well, this
nothing
is,
to do with
I
Danny
think this is
Roberts.
a big thing to say. He lost to James Vick.
James
James
Vick was on fire.
He was 8 of 9 at
He was
one
on
point
fire
before Justin.
before Justin Gaethje, and then
Go.
several others.
Well, you actually okay, cool.
Go.
worked
All
out
right.
with him.
Oh,
Alexander Hernandez.
Nah, he was on fire.
You're
then, too,
lying.
He
Oh,
beat
no.
Bobby Green.
Trinaldo?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trinaldo's a tricky
Bobby Green.
bastard.
Disclaimer: I love
He's-
And
Bobby
he just
Green.
recently beat Dwight Grant, who I actually liked in a fight that wasn't on podcast, but I definitely put it up. Bookie Nemesis will be posted right here. Definitely put up Dwight
Please
Grant.
follow Bookies.
BLM. You already know.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, Ronaldo.
I think Trinaldo pick him. You said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
like it.
would you add that to the
So,
ambitious parlay, or would you add it
lock
to the
of sprinkle.
parlay of parlays?
So the reason it will only stay in the ambitious
Ambitious,
parlay
yes.
is this is 170 pounds, and while Trinaldo just won his last fight at 170 pounds, I am semi-relying on some grappling work here. And while Danny Roberts is not a very good wrestler, he does have the advantage of being a career-long 170-pounder. Trinaldo's moving up the last few fights to 170. It stays in the ambitious parlay just
Yeah.
because. If it were 155, I would trust Trinaldo. Ambitious parlay for this minus 110.
Okay.
Add it to the ambitious
Okay.
parlay.
Okay. And
Yes,
you-
yes,
you
I
thinking?
agree. I concur. Yes.
You concurs. All right. So now we're gonna go on to, in my opinion, the best fight on the entire card: Randy Brown versus Chaos Gucci Man Williams.
Detroit's very fucking own.
I'll be real honest. I don't know. I never heard
Dior
this guy in my
Demon,
life.
Balmain
I'm taking the
badass.
Detroit man.
Chaos Williams.
chaos.
Oh,
baby.
just
You're,
based
you're
off
taking
the
a man whose first UFC check was to buy a Gucci fit.
That's
Okay.
it, bro. You
The
gotta take
hat, the jacket, the shirt, the
that
pants.
socks, everything.
God forbid he had the underwears, socks,
And I believe
and I believe he had the shoes. I mean, all right, we have two big Chaos Williams
also
fans
a
over
fun
here.
fact. A fun fact.
One and Trey.
A fun fact. Chaos Williams, the first man in the history of Michigan to get his GED in prison.
That's a
So-
fact.
Shout out.
Yeah. Shout out Aiden and then shout out Chaos.
Shout out Chaos, man.
Chaos, I hope
That's
you watch this one day,
that's
but we
so
love
love.
you, man.
That's
We love
so
Chaos
love. That
Williams.
is
on
All
this
right,
side.
well, Chaos Williams, I just want to throw it out there. I'm not offended that you accidentally forgot to respond to those DMs when you were at that strip club in Queens, and I said, "Hey, yo, big bro, like tap in with me. I'm from the Uptown."
Tag me,
Yeah, I
tag
said-
me there.
Yeah, I said me and my bro God at Presidente E, aka the Elias. I said, hey, bro God, me and my boy, we'll take you out. No problems for you.
No
forgetting
chance
to
I was
respond.
spending any money on you, but I expected you to spend money on me.
Cause you, big bro, respectfully, big bro.
Respectfully, you got I'm pretty sure you got a fight. You got a bonus, so it was only right that you
50K.
spend it on me versus a
50K.
Gucci bag. But you know what I mean?
50K,
Like, yeah,
right?
but it's whatever.
50K is 50K.
But-
It's whatever. Well, listen, we'll get back to you. We'll
We-
see you soon, and we'll never lose love for you, no matter what happens. No matter how much bullshit losses you had versus Michael Piera, which was bullshit. You
Bullshit,
definitely
you
won that
won.
one.
You won.
You definitely won that fight, 100%. But it's all good. We'll beat up Michael Piera back in Brazil when we see him.
put him in
We
the
certainly
lock.
will be winning money on Chaos Williams, though. I'll say
So
that.
is this the
You're damn
first
right.
pick in the lock parlay or is this ambitious?
I'm
parlay?
100% biased on this, and I'm 100% confident that he will win. So that take that as you fucking want.
Fair enough.
All right, if you actually do the fight, one thing I think Chaos Williams has like a big tactical advantage on is Randy Brown. Everybody leg kicks him a lot. He doesn't check them at all. He obviously Luke A is a very good leg kicker who chewed him up, but Jared Gooden landed a shitload of leg kicks against him. Everyone leg kicks the fuck out of him, and Chaos actually throws a lot more leg kicks than anymore. I was looking at his stats earlier. He does a lot of leg kicks.
Yes.
I think Chaos has decision prospects. He has knockout prospects. He's not getting taken down by fucking Randy Brown from
Exactly.
Queens, by the way. Shout out from Queens.
Is it good to
Shout out
mention
Queens.
that who Chaos Williams trains with? If you want to be the person.
He recently just got working with Justin, the highlight goat chief.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the previous GOAT he just also worked with.
I don't know, fucking like
The beater of all beaters.
John Joe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, bro, you're talking about JBJ, baby.
Yeah.
See a bitch, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
But
Exactly.
no.
The GOAT. The GOAT.
Alright,
You work
what-
with the
what-
GOAT.
what-
That's all that matters.
Chaos Williams, I believe minus 120. It's very nearly even. This is. I mean, a lock is not even
Is this the
appropriate to
first?
describe what's gonna
Put
happen.
it down.
Like we are
Put it down.
literally from Sunday morning,
Write
having
it.
watched Chaos obliterate.
Write
this
it down. The first
Write it
pick of
down.
the lock parlay.
Let's. I mean,
Yeah.
just for our viewers, let's just not fail to mention that. Okay, this is 100% biasly going towards him, but you
Doesn't
can't.
matter.
You can't logically put me away from Chaos, though.
That's the first pick of the lock parlay, guys.
All right, and that I believe that is the start of the
And
main
you could,
card,
you could throw
right?
that shit in there.
Or
ambitious
does Donald
parlay
Cerrone
if you're
start
feeling
Fuck
that
it, throw it in
super
ambitious.
ambitious.
Main
Put in
card,
both.
Chaos
If you
Williams,
love
main
our slow
card,
spiel,
270, 274.
I don't think it's on the main card.
No,
So we
Cowboys
I-
on?
no,
Yeah, the
I
next
was
one is-
asking.
the
I
next
was
one
asking.
talks
I was
about-
asking if Chaos was on the main card or is
I
it the
had
ending
mine
of the prelims?
Yeah,
Okay,
prelims.
ending
Next
of the
one's first,
prelims.
yeah.
Now we're starting the main card. Donald Cerrone versus Joe Lazone. Let's start off with our experts because I'm
I think
up in the air with
I
this
think
one.
I'm pretty
this is-
sure.
I think this is where we might have a disagreement.
I've heard of Cerrone's damage.
I got-
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so Aiden, you're well equipped to talk about Joe Lowe's.
I got Joe Lozon
You
all
do
the way.
why?
I agree with Aiden.
The man's
for
a
one
dog,
time.
and he's still durable. I still believe in his durability, and I don't believe in Cowboys at all.
Why not?
Just all his fights.
But
He's been
what?
hurt.
Alright, so I feel like Cowboys' biggest issue is his boxing defense. Is that something you think Joe Lozon's gonna really take advantage of? The
He
grappler.
can, bro. No, he's not just a grappler, bro. He has hands.
He had knockouts.
Yeah, knocked out Jens Pulver.
No, that was a banger in
He had
2011 for sure. when I was like,
2011 ambitious, bro. It's probably before that.
oh Jesus.
Nah,
Okay,
bro.
all right. Well,
He has hands, bro. He has some hands.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say Donald Cerrone's on a 6-fight losing streak
okay.
right now.
I just think
One
he
was a no contest
got
versus
two-
Nico
look,
Price.
He lost. He lost.
Which he pretty much lost. He got TKO by Morono, which he was looking awful in that. He never even got off the ground in that fight. Just got hurt left and right. Pettis, I thought he should have won.
Yeah,
to be
right.
honest, I thought he should have won that fight.
I agree with Joe. I agree that Joe should probably
All in
pull this through.
all, I just believe in Joe.
This man just cried though. If you guys will see it, I'm also gonna shout out someone nobody knows here. This is my friend Alex Rush, his brother Dylan Rush. Dylan Rush, Rush MMA. Follow. I'm gonna ask you to put that over here at Rush MMA. Follow this. It's a great account. He's an up and coming UFC reporter
Rush
from
MMA, man.
University of Arizona.
I do think how good Lozon's won 3 fights since 2015. He's 3-7 since 2015, so he also is on a tough stretch.
Oh yeah.
I think
no doubt about it.
I think Lozon needs this fight on the ground.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't think he's gonna get it there. I think Cowboy's gonna either knock him out or win a decision.
I don't know.
I don't agree with
I don't
Alex
think he
on this
necessarily
one.
needs it on the ground either.
I think Joe wins this very easily. Actually.
I wouldn't say
So he's
very.
been knocked out 3
I think
times
he's-
in 4 fights, though. I mean, he's not a
I
good
think Donald
boxer.
Cerrone's only
I-
getting older. I think you're forgetting that.
I mean,
You don't
Right?
know who Joe Lozon is, bro.
Joe Lozon.
I do know who Joe Lozon is.
I mean, let's put the cards on the table. Joe,
yeah.
Ooh, do you? Like who? He's
Let's
not.
put
Bro.
the
Well, I
cards
didn't know who
let's-
Tracy Cortez was.
All right,
so
but
I
let's
can
put
tell you
the
that,
cards
like-
on the table. Joe Lozon hasn't fought
Cards
in
on
2
the table,
years.
bro.
Hasn't fought in 2 years. He last had a submission against a not a good opponent. Let's just keep it real.
Jonathan Pierce. I actually just heard about him in a Brendan Schwab podcast, which we won't shout out. Yo, shout out to the fact that Brendan Schwab should not be making comedy specials
I
nor
was literally gonna say
podcasts.
watch his special.
So there's that. He also lost in so he hasn't fought in 3 years actually, but he won Jonathan Pierce.
Hasn't lost in 3
he
years.
lost.
He had one fight.
Okay,
Undefeated in 3
he's
years.
1-3 in the last 5 years actually. He's,
Tremendous numbers.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
Yeah,
he's
I mean-
lost to very good guys. Clay Guida's,
Yeah.
dude. Clay Guida's.
Chris-
I know, but
Chris
who the fuck is
Grutzmacher.
Stevie Ray?
Chris Grutzmacher, what a great.
Who the
fight.
fuck is Stevie
Dude,
Ray?
Chris Grutzrocker went to war for almost 3 minutes with Artem Lobov. He's legit.
Nah, honestly, Chris Grutzmacher is complete trash.
I'll take Joe
The
Lazone.
fact that Joe Lozon.
I would add that into the
Uh,
ambitious parlay.
I just count him
to
as
be
complete
very
trash.
honest with you.
Okay, he comes in around plus 140. I wholeheartedly disagree. I think this is Cowboys fight, but if you want to put that
Listen,
in,
I'm
that's just-
siding
Would
with
you,
Lo-
would
I'm
you
sorry,
say
listen.
this is a retirement fight?
I think the loser should retire, and I think the winner's prize should also be retirement, please.
Here's
So
Here's
I
the
think
thing.
if you
So
don't
biased
retire,
right
I
there.
think if you don't retire, you deserve to be sent up to 170 and given to
Here's
Chimaev.
the thing. I'm siding with
So what I'm
Lozon,
saying
but
is-
I wouldn't put him in any parlays.
So I think
That's
we
not-
just kind of neutralize.
I think we
it.
neutralize.
Neutralize it.
Yeah.
We'll go on. We'll put it.
Yeah.
But no matter what, the odds cast has to be right.
Alex,
Yeah.
I'll put this in your parlay.
We have
If
both
you
of them.
if you agree with
Not joking.
you know the handsome men versus
the very handsome man.
the
versus
Jewish men, then there you got that.
My name
All
is
right.
literally
Honestly,
Christian.
it's pretty much the gut
Exactly.
feeling versus actual reasons, to be honest.
But we'll move down to the
Yeah,
legendary
we'll move
fight
down.
of OSP versus Shogun Rua.
All right, I love.
Bro, this is
Sho-
fucked up. They
I
got
love
Shogun
Shogun
and
Rua.
Cowboy and these guys.
I love Shogun Hua, but OSP got this. Like,
Yeah, bro, Shogun was looking uncomfortable to watch against
So,
Paul Craig.
I mean, he
He
tapped
made
the
Paul
strikes.
Craig.
Like,
He
come
made,
on.
all right, Paul Craig is not known for ground and pound, but he had Paul Craig looking like a
Bro,
beast.
he tapped the
Prelim-
strikes versus Paul Craig. This is the guy who used to stomp people's faces in Japan. Like,
Preliminary comments. I would say this is very confident for a lock.
OSP.
I believe OSP.
maybe
think
even
OSP.
by knockout, to be honest.
Oh, honestly, I
Ooh.
have no issue with that. He just knocked out. He knocked
has
out
no
Minifield
issue.
not long
Yeah,
ago.
that
Would
left
you
hook.
feel comfortable enough for a money line on the lock and a sprinkle on the knockout.
Unequivocally.
Unequivocally. Would you agree?
Without a doubt, yes.
I think.
Yeah, so we got Oven St. Preux coming
I think
minus
that rates it out.
250. minus
OSP has
230
had some
or
losses
something.
lately, but this is just like an old
I
ass
think-
dude. Shogun should be retired.
Well,
I
I
think-
think he did, and he can't. I think
That was
he
like-
actually did retire.
I think Dana was like trying to force him to retire.
Oh, yeah,
I
this
think
is.
that. I think that rates it out.
Yeah.
Legend,
So
listen,
OSP.
Legend in the game.
OSP money
Two
line.
legends,
Lock.
right?
But-
I mean,
but
one is more legendary.
Shogun way
but-
more
Yeah.
legend. Pride
Yeah,
and
legendary
UFC champion
versus a legend in the game.
versus
Yeah.
former
you know what I mean?
interim title challenger.
So let's do
Yeah,
That was
OSP.
nice. That was cool.
Let's do OSP money line added to the block parlay. OSP knockout
Yeah.
and a sprinkle.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Okay, so
And
so
next
so
one.
just to
Easy.
clarify before we get into the top 3 fights, which is gonna be amazing, and I hope you guys don't miss it. Who do we have in this parlay of the parlays versus the ambition parlays?
So parlay of parlays, we got lock of the night, the Ox Fighter, cash. That's I believe
Yes,
he's minus
yes,
110 or so.
I think that's our only.
That's
Oh, we
the
got
one.
show.
We
We
have
got
two
Just,
OSP.
just say the
OSP
name.
and
Just
cash.
say the names to our
So
viewers.
Chaos, Ox Fighter Williams
Yep.
minus 120 right now,
Yep.
and Shogun and I'm sorry, OSP,
OSP.
minus 240
So that-
are in the lock.
So that's
Those
our
are
lock
two.
parlay.
Those are 2,
And
and then the ambitious parlay, if you don't mind.
We have the
Ambitious.
first.
We have
the
Lacey, we have
Tracy
Tracy
Cortez.
Cortez,
Trinaldo. and-
Francisco
We
Trinaldo.
have one more.
And then-
on the
Well,
ambitious.
and ambitious.
It
we
makes sense to
include
put the locks in the ambitious,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Well, like if you want to throw them on, that's
You probably
No,
should.
no, it wouldn't make sense. We do 2 different locks. Let's use smart. All right, guys. Lightning doesn't hit twice, so let's do it.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Uh,
So wait, was there another ambitious lock or
No,
was that
there's
it?
a
That was
we're,
it?
There was some
being,
more
we're being
sprinkles.
very
No, we have
strategical
sprinkles, yeah.
about
We
this.
have-
Very
by
technical.
Sprinkles, we said.
We're not gonna analyze the entire
Yeah, no.
card
No,
because
regardless,
Yeah.
we
have-
all don't know
we're
the
gonna
entire
have-
card.
We're gonna have
What?
3 categories put up:
Yes.
lock, ambitious, sprinkles.
Well, I believe Sprinkles we
Do-
said Roy
do
Val by
what you
decision.
wish.
plus 300.
Royval by decision.
Do what you wish with these
OSP by
picks.
knockout.
Royval. Alright,
OSP
yeah,
by
actually said
knockout
that.
plus 220.
Okay. Those are
Which,
the 2
yeah,
sprinkles.
bro. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
So-
cool.
The,
So
the
we'll
top
go to the
3
top
fights
3.
of this
These
card.
are great fights. I hope you guys all spend your
Great
$60 to watch this fight on ESPN Plus, because I know Alex will.
I know. I'll be
Notice the
spending
way-
my.
Notice the way
waiting for
I
my-
worded that.
Yeah.
I know Alex
I'll
will.
be waiting for my dad to text me, "Hey, you watching these fights? Oh yeah, big bro. Can you remind me of your password again?"
Now let's get into it. Michael Chandler versus Tony
Yo.
Ferguson.
I just gotta say, Michael Chandler today. I saw him today. He went down to
Disgusting.
like
He's nasty.
6% body fat, something ridiculous.
Bro,
he
that
looks
was full
he looks
rolls.
insane.
Dude, that
He
dude
looks
is-
insane.
That dude
You want me to
is-
open it, bro? 'Cause I don't mind.
Now, what do you guys
This
think
one.
about Michael Chandler's transformation?
I just dislike Michael Chandler in general. So I'll say that.
All right.
Did you see?
So let's
the-
be logistical.
So we have Chandler coming in. Chandler's a monster favorite. He's minus 400 to Tony's plus 300. And holy bro, never in my life seen Tony plus 300. He was plus
Your
130.
shirts are amazing.
Oh, wow.
Whoever,
Yeah,
let's
so
shout
good.
them out.
Yo,
No,
wait, no. We need to shout out Josue. He don't got it like that, but he stole these for us. Shout out him.
2 dash bite.
Oh,
The
Natural
word
flavor.
2
two black raw, baby.
spelled out. 360 Whole Food. These are fire. You guys get a shout out from us.
Eggs is a
From
crazy.
the-
Eggs is a
From the
crazy-
#1 podcast in the world. I will go back to it. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
I mean,
Really
all right.
good,
We're all.
really good.
I feel like it's very clear. We're all Tony Ferguson fans, right? We all kind of
Respect.
want him
Damn
to
shit
win.
only.
However,
However,
I might have to recuse myself.
I
from this
mean,
prediction.
we also are like realists.
you know what?
So
I think as a realist, we recommend plus 160. I feel this fight goes the distance. Tony Ferguson
Wow.
has not taken damage to his head in 2 years since the
True,
Justin
true.
Gaethje fight. He's had 2 years to recover. He did take some damage, getting like his arm snapped by Charles and his leg ripped apart by Beneil. But
can it also be argued that Michael Chandler is possibly a stronger puncher than Gaethje?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I mean,
I think
now
so.
based off his pictures that he taken,
Dude,
But-
Chandler's.
we'll post them up
Next
here.
one.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think we could post up a clip of the fight, but yeah,
No,
he's
Chandler,
100%
bro.
a
Chandler's a fucking
stronger
murderer, bro.
fighter than definitely Gaethje and
Stronger
definitely
puncher.
Tony. Just not as technical as them. I
Bro,
mean,
yeah,
I
no,
think
Chandler,
that's
bro.
it.
Chandler's a
Yeah.
bro, Chandler,
That's
bro.
a tank.
I wish I could remember the exact knockout. I mean, I just remember one where he in Bellator that's been going viral lately, where he's just standing in front of a dude and he's so fucking fast. Like the dude's looking at him and he just knocks him out cold with the right hand. Like he's so fast.
Yeah.
He's freakish. He's definitely. I think he's probably the fastest guy in that division. He's probably the hardest puncher.
All right, we're
And-
not on the Jesse Gaethje part. Then.
No, I'm talking about Chandler.
Oh, shit.
Chandler, no, bro. Chandler's the fastest. I think Chandler's the fastest in the division. I think he's the hardest, bro. Damn.
The hardest
Well,
hitting
I don't like this. I
155
don't
in
like
the
this.
division.
That
I don't
being
like this
said,
fight.
that being said, if you've got any balls, you're betting Tony Ferguson by submission.
And that's the sprinkle. We'll put it at the sprinkle part. But
Nah.
I honestly, biasly, I would not put this in a parlay.
I wouldn't put that on anything.
That's wrong because at the end of this, I'm gonna tell you the parlay that I put in. So no, I can't say that. I would also argue Michael Chandler should definitely be on that parlay of all parlays. What do you think?
I mean, he won't be on my parlay, but
I know. Yeah, but let's
I
put
mean,
all
he
bias
also,
to the
Also,
side.
keep in mind he's minus 400.
I agree.
Yeah, I just don't think he's worth the parlay. Minus 400.
Okay, so we'll disregard that.
I think.
Let's go, Tony. Even though I'll tell you guys my parlay at the end, but let's go, Tony. Next we have Rose versus Carla 2.
Yo,
Carla
Rose,
Esparza.
Rose,
Christian,
Rose
what do you-
Namajunas.
Christian, can you tell me the vibes?
Rose,
Mm.
Rose, brother.
Doug Rose.
Dog Rose.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
You
I've
cannot.
got,
I feel like
I
there's
also
no,
disagree.
there's
got
no
Carla
good way
Esparza.
to bet against
Yeah.
her, brother.
Toss me another one, John.
I mean, yes, there is. Carlos
Toss
Esparza,
me
I feel
another
like
John.
has the way.
Toss
I
me
would
another
entirely
John.
disagree, brother.
There's
Rose is a monster. Rose is a animal. She's an animal.
I would say she's an animal. And she's lost to Esparza already.
Yeah,
so-
I mean, what was the consensus?
Esparza.
I
Listen,
believe in Sparza too.
I'm a hype beast UFC fan. I go Doug Rose, brother.
Hayden, why do you think Esparza?
I like her wrestling game, her grappling. She's beat her already.
Why do you think Rose can't stop her takedowns?
Great question.
Ooh, why do I think that? If I recall correctly, wasn't she getting taken down? Where's Whaley?
Yeah, no, you're
Actually, I saw the stat. It was
5-11. It was 5-11. So Whaley
What?
took her down 5 times on 11 attempts. I think
Was
Rose
that-
did
was
a
that what
good
you were
job.
saying?
Rose,
it was kind of
Yeah.
it was going to the point of what I was saying. Yeah.
no,
The
Ro-
takedowns,
yeah.
yeah. If she gets taken down more than 3 times, she usually loses that fight.
And I think a good counterpoint to that, for at least more recently, is Rose did a very good job in the Whaley fight of getting more control time, reversing positions. I just think Whaley was kind of using her strength advantage in that fight to get
Yeah.
Rose to the ground, and Rose is a good grappler. Jiu-jitsu is really good. She came up as like a submission person, but I don't think she's gonna. If you're under Esparza,
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
you're gonna be a little bit stuck. I think Rose is probably the most.
Whaley's not the grappler. that
Yeah,
Esparza.
Rose is probably the most equipped person, maybe other than Whaley or Andrade in that division, to get taken down by Esparza and get back up. But I do think ending up underneath Esparza is going to result in a lot of control time each time for Esparza.
yes.
And I don't think she can afford to get taken down that often by Esparza, and I think she probably will. So I like Esparza.
I concur.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Fuck.
That's just of the co-main event. Carla,
Oh, we didn't say what parlay we put in there.
Carla, right?
Doug
Nami
Rose.
Yunus.
Can't lie.
I respect it.
I'm locking
Yeah, I'm
Carla.
ready to call that.
I'm
a lock.
locking
Are we putting in the
Carla.
parlay of parlays?
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
locking
yes, sir.
Carla plus 160, parlay of parlays.
Yeah, I'm ready
Okay.
to call that.
Maybe
a lock.
plus 150, whichever.
Yes.
I would
Sure.
Respectfully,
Yeah.
respectfully
You sure to
disagree.
put it right? Like this is like the most
Lock.
important
Lock
one
it in.
right here. Lock of the day.
Lock it in.
All right, Carla Esparza.
I don't know if that's a
Parlay
lock
of
of
the
the day.
parlays.
Lock of the day is coming up next.
Okay, and speaking of coming up next, we have the main event: Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje.
Justin Goat.
For the lightweight
And I
championship.
feel like, please correct me if I'm wrong. We're all going for Justin.
No, I don't think so. I think someone on the right is
Go.
going for a guy, a
All the
bleach
way
blonde
to the right.
Brazilian.
Human highlight.
Yeah, he's about to be a highlight on the wrong end of the reel.
All right,
Tell you that
Elias,
much.
break it down for me. What do you think Charles is going to do to beat Justin?
I
Gaethje?
think he's gonna do exactly what he did to Dustin Poirier. I think he's gonna get
Standing-
knocked down the
standing
first
naked?
round.
Mhm.
They're giving what is the over on the rounds actually?
Over 1.5, bro.
1.5. I
is
guarantee you
like
that
minus
1.5
130.
is 100% a lock. As well as I say, the first round will be Justin Gaethje's round, as it is
Usually
most
is.
of the time.
Usually is.
And the second round will be until he
I'm
knocks
sorry,
him out. So he
but,
knocks him out cold.
My disagreement is I believe he takes his back, or I think he actually uses his wrestling. I think he shows that his wrestling is far more superior than an all-American person who can't fucking talk right.
Sorry, Division
And,
1 All-American.
Sorry, D1 All-American who has brain damage up to the point where he might be Nate Diaz. And yeah, I think it's either a ground and pound. That's a fucking.
Do you think
what-
jiu-jitsu matters in this fight? I honestly would feel concerned about like over-under on this fight. I think if it goes to the ground, it's over quick. And I think if it ends on the feet, if something goes wrong in the pocket, it could be over quick. I think jiu-jitsu matters because Oliveira has shown he can just jump on someone's back and end the fight. I just think the difference between this and like the Oliveira Poirier, the Oliveira Chandler fight, I think Gaethje's gonna come out a lot more like he did against Tony Ferguson and a few of the other guys on his recent run before he lost to Khabib. And I think he's gonna try to slow the pace down, which is kind of counterintuitive to what he's known
I
for.
agree.
I think where Poirier messed up was getting a little too frantic, and getting frantic is what Charles gave him, like, exposed his back to Oliveira and exposed him in the first round.
Would you say
to get-
Michael Chandler got frantic?
I think Michael Chandler fight Gaethje was deceivingly more composed than you.
No,
Because when you
versus-
watch it back, he is
I
deceivingly
think he's
composed.
saying versus
counterintuitive to your
Oliveira.
point.
No,
What
we're
do you
not- I
say?
think he's saying
Oh, you're saying Oliveira?
It's Oliveira, that's
Well, I'm
pretty
just
much-
saying
I got
it's
too
another
excited.
fight to look at, and
But that's
he
what
didn't
Charles
approach
said
that
was-
fight that same way.
I'm sorry, but wait, what did you ask? Are you asking about Gaethje Chandler or Oliveira Chandler?
I'm saying Oliveira versus Michael Chandler,
Yeah,
right?
chaotic
And he
fight.
didn't. It
Chandler
wasn't
got
also
too
as
excited after the
chaotic
first
as.
round.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It
You
wasn't
won't-
as chaotic as Dustin Poirier's.
I don't agree.
It was more
That was
chaotic.
a crazy.
Oliveira was
ass
almost
fight.
finished in the first round.
They were both.
They were
almost
both
finished.
almost finished
Yeah.
in the first
That
round.
was a-
I
I'm
think
saying
one
that- I'm
handled it
saying-
better
I'm
than
saying-
the other.
I think the way this plays out is it's going to be a much slower, maybe not a slow pace.
One
but
more trust his own instincts when Michael Chandler let him take his back because he knew.
He knew what.
I mean, based off his words, he knew that,
He easily
couldn't
coulda got
do nothing
choked.
there.
He easily could have got checked.
but he didn't.
Chandler,
So like, let's
but
not
wait,
talk about
but
what
do you-
could have happened, but
But
it didn't happen.
so Oliveira's not that good attacking the back. What are you saying?
Well, I would argue Michael Chandler is definitely a better wrestler than Justin Gaethje.
He took him down a lot, right, in their fight, or not? He didn't.
Or did he fail?
I think they're very no, but it's not. No, that's his just submission defense. That's not wrestling.
Okay,
Gaethje can't afford
he
to get
took his
to the
back,
ground.
and what he did was to throw himself back.
Bro, what he did, yeah,
That wasn't even.
that
I wouldn't
didn't
even
help him.
argue
That
that's
didn't help.
defense.
That didn't help him. That what helped him was I still don't. Okay, there's still
That's
no.
a weird fight too,
there's still
because
no
I think it's just his
technical-
athletic ability
Yeah,
got
there's
him
still
up there.
no explanation as to how he got out. He slows the pace down. I think he uses it. I think
Gaethje did say.
Poirier's frantic pace is what allowed him to take the back when Poirier did a very good job in the first round defending takedowns. I think he got his back taken because he got
I
too
agree.
frantic. I think one thing Gaethje did very well in that Chandler fight is even when shit was chaotic, Chandler would try taking his back in the first round on the feet, didn't work. Chandler tried exploding on double legs in the pocket, didn't work. I think Gaethje's going to try to keep it slower than that, and I think he's going to use that to be able to defend takedowns, avoid Oliveira jumping on his back, and I think over time he breaks him down and finishes him off in the third or fourth. I don't buy into the... I was watching Gaethje's media day. I hate how he says the shit about Oliveira, the quitter stuff. I hate that shit. I don't think it's true, but I
It's
just
been
think...
disproven
Yeah,
twice
yeah.
already.
I
He
just
kind of
think...
acknowledges that too, though.
He does, but then I was watching his media day. He's like,
But
once
what
this, once
Gaethje
this.
did say in the press conference is this is gonna look exactly like the Tony Ferguson fight.
I think Gaethje very much has the intention. I think he, whether he'll say it or not, he definitely identifies like this is not someone you can get chaotic with because he will end up doing a snap down guillotine or rolling at my legs if he can't take me down or whatever. I think it's a slower pace. I do. I guess the over could be valid. Like I think it's a slower
So
pace.
what would you put? Yeah, I know.
I mean, really, this is a hard fight to bet on because, like, really, like either of them could end this quickly. Either of them can end this anytime in 5 rounds. This is a hard one to bet on. Nothing in this
100%.
fight,
I
aside
agree.
from a finish, nothing in this fight belongs in the parlay.
So we wouldn't add this ambition.
Ambition, and we can go ambitious.
Ambition. What are we doing?
Honestly, ambition.
Gaethje
If you want to
knockout.
do well, the problem is Gaethje
Would
knocked
the
out and
ambition be the
Oliveira
over? Because I
sub.
feel like a sprinkle
It's
would
not
just be
gonna
be-
Gaethje.
Alright.
So, the odds
Ambition,
aren't
alright.
gonna be great, though.
Ambition over. I think ambition over. We go like plus 2.5, because that's gonna
Really?
be.
Whoa.
I think we go crazy.
Really?
Because plus 1.5.
That's really
that-
ambitious.
Is that an alternate?
Yeah, alternate one.
Let
That's
him
all.
let him confirm this. Let him confirm or deny this.
So Justin Gaethje.
Justin Braindead G.
Yeah, relax. Jesus Christ, they released the odds for like.
And mind you, I was, we all, again, I also reiterate this a lot of times. We went to UFC 263, I want to say.
Yes, we did.
And
Gaethje
I was
Chandler
rooting for
live.
Gaethje like he was the last black man on in the 1890s.
See,
So-
why is the over 2.5 plus 120? That doesn't feel like it makes over 2.5 plus 120. That's not it. That's not
Yeah, I
fair,
don't
bro.
love that,
This
yeah.
fight literally.
So I think over 1.5 should be in the parlays of parlays.
How is the over 1.5 minus 190? Like this fight could end in 30 seconds and no one could be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree 100%.
This
Yeah.
is crazy.
I mean, it's a tough. Anything could happen sort of fight.
Honestly, I'm just rooting for whoever can just beat.
So is
Islam.
this a biased fight where we do that we'll have another segment, Elias versus the world.
The gang. Everybody.
Elias or Elias versus the world.
Everybody.
I have Oliveira winning.
I
He's the
Gaethje
favorite.
winning.
So
Gaethje.
honestly, it's the world versus the gang.
Gaethje.
They have Gaethje.
The
I
world-
wouldn't.
the world
It's
versus
not like
the
I
gang.
wouldn't be surprised if Gaethje won, but
You know it can be some this fight.
Oliveira's just winning celebration has gotten me to love him a lot.
Bro, when he runs in, bro, I was watching the Chandler
Where he
one.
cried,
where
bro,
he
like,
run,
yeah.
Now, when he runs in the crowd, bro, that you cannot tear up
Yeah.
when he's doing that one.
Well, there's that. So I mean, let's not say that's why I do think he ended in the second round. So I would argue round 2 sprinkle Oliveira and honestly or Gaethje, but I definitely do think it makes it past the first round. So which is why I say over 1.5 should be in the parlays of parlays. I would hope my UFC experts agree with me. If they
Listen.
don't, we won't put it there. But I only go based off
Also-
their word.
I think
Also-
it belongs in the ambitious parlay.
Ambitious. Okay.
I'd
So
be-
we'll put in the ambitious
I'd be
parlay with
remiss.
Tracy Cortez.
I'd be
and
remiss if I didn't mention this, as I've given out this advice on the podcast before. Oliveira 3rd round submission. Why sprinkle?
He's always sprinkled that.
Whoa.
You do like your Brazilian
It's a
fight
Brazilian
round.
third round.
As I said, I mean, I love Gaethje. I think he's gonna win, but Brazilian 3rd
It's
round
always the
submission.
Brazilian
You do
third
have a lot
round.
of
You
success.
can't
with
beat
that.
it. You
Hey,
can't.
listen,
There's that.
that's also a sprinkle.
Maybe.
Well, there's
If
that.
you- if
Listen,
you-
listen. Stand up. Glover
Oh,
by
I'm
Glover by
straight.
submission got this man the G belt on his
Oh
waist.
yes. Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. But
But
Just believe
Do it.
He
Do it.
felt-
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Bow.
Wow.
Very, very
Wow.
slight. Very inconspicuous.
I
I
think that wraps up the UFC 274.
Yes.
think this wraps up this podcast in general.
Hold on.
And
I got one more pick. I got
Oh
one more pick.
yes, we have a
Got one more
special
pick.
pick of the night.
Listen up.
Okay.
Listen up. This weekend, the horse race of all horse races.
I know zero about this, bro.
The Kentucky Derby is this weekend, and here's my pick: Charge it. 20-1 to win. Write it down.
No,
Charge
two-
it.
Charge It's the name.
Yes.
Charge
Okay.
it. 1,000 on
That's your
charge
winner.
it.
Charge it.
Yes.
And
We saw it already, baby. This is Monday
With
night.
with
We saw
that, with
it.
that being said,
He's the new
lock of the night. Charge it. Charge your
20
phone.
to 1.
Charge your battery.
He's the
If
new
the battery's not in your bag, put the double A back in your bag and get charged up for tomorrow because we're here. We're here. Like and subscribe. Shout out Josue. Shout out Pico. Shout out B-Dot. Shout out Alex for using his crib.